Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to doing some yoga, or welcome to first timers. This is Terry, and Edgar's crashed out behind us. They may be joining us periodically through the class. Today, I would love it if you had some kind of block or something sturdy, like a good book that you can have around. And then also, you can use like a chair or something, or you can also use, for the first part of it, is a good pillow that's kind of solid, not necessarily too squishy. If you don't have them, that's okay too. So come into a nice seated position, rock side to side, kind of getting the flavor of how your sit bones are feeling. Maybe roll your shoulders up, back, and down, kind of elongating your spine. And you can have your hands down. You can keep your hands in prayer, whatever works for you. But just kind of check in with yourself. And how you feeling right now? Any tension? Is your mind scattering? You thinking about yesterday? You thinking about tomorrow? Whatever you're doing, see if you can just close your eyes right now and just come into being present. Just be on your mat, wherever you are, sitting this moment right now. And take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. And inhale again, feel the belly rise. And exhale out. And just let everything go. Okay, so let's just start warming up. So inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale your arms up. Getting a good stretch along the arms, the sides. Inhale up. And now take whatever arm, this might be your left, it's my right, and arch over and do a nice side, feeling the side for a moment. And then slowly come up and come over to the other side. And just slowly come back and forth. And notice when you come down, are you just kind of flopping down and not really thinking about it? See if you can really feel the stretch. Or then the other thing that may happen is you may be caving in. See if you can keep that arm open, that shoulder open. Just being aware of everything that you're doing. And then one more time, just reach those arms up. Take this arm, whatever it is, right, left, and bring it to the opposite knee and twist around. And just feel a nice twist going around center of your body, getting those organs. And then come on back up, reach the arms up, and then twist around to the other side. And if you have a dog there, you can pet it. And then come on back around to center and just pause and notice how you're warming up. Okay, so move forward and back. You're not going to fall back. You're just kind of moving forward and back. Just getting those hips a little bit warmed up. You know what you may even want to do? Switch your legs so that we're not favoring one side or the other. Just move forward and back. All right, next time, just start going in circles. So we really want to get the center of the body, the hips, just a little bit warmed up. And get into it as much as you want. And then when you're ready, you go in the opposite direction. And notice any tension anywhere that's letting go, or just how you're feeling, the flavor of today. Okay, and then come on back to stillness. Okay, so bring your hands behind you and bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Okay, so feel nice and upright. So your spine is nice and upright. And then just windshield wiper your knees side to side. Again, it's just this is just a warm up. And you don't have to get your knees all the way down to the floor. It's just getting that whole center area a little bit warmed up. Okay, so now put your feet on the floor, and if you have your pillow, book, whatever works for you nearby, take it. Okay, take the pillow blocks. If you have a block, make it long ways. Okay, like that. And you're gonna grab behind your knees and sit up. Okay, so I'm gonna come to the side so you can kind of see how I'm not doing the frumpy thing. And this might be a little difficult for some of you. That's why it's nice to have a prop. So, and if there's any kind of thing going on with your low back or whatever, please come out of it. Or maybe you need to come down your feet down just a little bit more. But whatever you're doing, what I actually really want you to focus on, yes, you're feeling it on your inner thighs, but what I want you to do is feel it in your gut, the belly down there, and just do little tiny squeezes. So it's like a pulse. And are you feeling in your abs? That's where I want you to feel it. Of course, you might be feeling it in your quads there, but feel the abs, because that's what we want the abs to be working that, okay? And just keep breathing with it. Now, if you're not feeling anything, sometimes if you let go of your arms, you'll start feeling your abs a little bit more, okay? All right, and then come on down. Now what you're going to do is just come down to your back. Keep the block there. Just roll on down to your back, okay? And then bring your feet up to the sky. And let's just do some point and flexes. We'll just warm up a little bit down there, okay? Point and flex and rotate. You can even get your wrist into it. I should have mentioned to put your wrist into it one way, but you're still squeezing, right? So, okay, bring your feet like you're sitting in a chair. And again, do the little squeezing, okay? And yes, you're feeling it. It's just a little tiny pulses in and out, okay? Noticing the lower abs are kind of working here, okay? Now, if you want to, you can keep doing that. Or bring your hands into prayer, lift the shoulders up, and then come from side to side. So we're just starting to warm up. We're actually working the obliques, but you're still squeezing. You're doing that little squeeze thing with the block so that you're communicating to that whole area of the body while you're getting your obliques going, okay? Moving side to side. Of course, come down at any point. And when you're ready, come on back down. And then you can roll back up to sitting, however you go. And now move the block, okay? Move the block, right? And you can do some windshield wipers if you want. Okay. And then let's just come back into a nice seated position, and we'll do a nice twist. So inhale your arms up, twist to one side. We just want to make sure that we're not all twisted around. And then come on up, twist around again. Okay, you ready? Now try it. Feet on the floor, no block. Hands behind your legs, right? All right, and then see if you can kind of do that squeeze. So you're engaging, if you're engaging those inner thighs, you should be feeling, hopefully you're feeling it on that solar plexus, which is right down in there, okay? Now, again, you can keep your hands here and just do little pulses. And you're keeping your shoulder blades down, your back, but feeling the abdomen working. And it's just tiny, tiny little pulses. And keep breathing. All right. And then from here, keeping nice and strong in your obliques, round your back. This is one of the few times I'll tell you to do this. See if you can now use the obliques to slowly, the obliques, the whole abdominal core to come all the way down. All right. Whew. And now bring your arms out to a T and just, again, windshield wiper in case anything got a little twisted. Twisted or tension. The whole idea is I don't want you to have any kind of tension going on. Okay, now here's the fun part. We are going to come up to standing. I'm going to give you a couple of ways, all right? You can certainly roll around and come to tabletop and then just stand all the way up, right? Or here's another way. Okay, you can roll forward and back, forward, just kind of fun, and back, and then come to your feet, push up. Some people can just do it and stand all the way up. Pretty fun. I have to use my hands still, okay? And I'm okay with that, you know, because I don't want to fall over. But do what's safe for you. Okay. Coming to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bend your knees slightly. Folding at the hips. Fold all the way down. And just hang out there. So now we're kind of stretching out the back from a different direction. And maybe grab your elbows and just kind of do side to side. And then bring your hands to your knees. Inhale halfway up. Shoulders are away from your ears, okay? So feel that you're not rounding, okay? You got a nice flat back. And then exhale down and then stand all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up. Bring your hands into prayer. Come on down to heart center and pause. In Tadasana. Okay, one more time. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fly down. Using those abs still. Inhale halfway up. So you're using right in here, right? Exhale down. Bring your hands down and let's come into a tabletop. So bring your knees down. We're going to do this gingerly. I kind of gave you that little rolling thing to have fun, but now let's do it nicely, okay? So shoulders over wrist, okay? And knees are right underneath the hips, a little bit of cat-cows. So round, round, round your back, and then drop your belly in. So we'll get the breath into it. So exhale, rounding your back. So bringing your belly button back to your spine. And then inhale down. And then exhale back. And inhale down. All right. One more time. Round the back. Just getting the whole sides. Telling that belly, yep, 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 we are working you today and making you feel happy. Okay, flat back, okay? Bring your right foot way back, okay? Bring the ball of the foot to the floor. Maybe stretch it out for just a minute. Stretch out that whole back of the leg. Lift the right leg up. Left arm forward and just hold it for a minute. Okay, so are you feeling where you're using your abs? You have to use the core in order to do this balance, right? And then come on back down. And by the way, anytime that you get tired, you can sit back in a child's pose, okay, if this gets to be too much. Okay, left leg goes back. Bring the left ball of the foot, okay? And then bring the left foot up, right arm forward. Stare at something on the floor, but be aware of how the core needs to really be activated. Keep holding it. And then come on back down. And this time we will sit back in a child's pose. So you can bring your toes together, V your knees out. And just sit down. I'm not going to do it because of my microphone, but you can bring your forehead down to the floor and stretch your arms up. You can even bring your palms up to the sky. You might feel a little bit more under your armpits there. And just relax. All right, and then come on back up. Okay, I'm going to give you two options here. We're going to do knee to nose. And knee to nose, by the way, I'm going to show you. This is my left leg out, and then it comes in, all right? You can totally do it this way from tabletop. Some of you may want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So come on up into dog. So coming up into dog, stretching up. Okay, let's start with we'll do the left leg, why not? So bring the left leg up. I'm hopefully not going to hit anything back there. And then bring the knee into the nose. And then bring it back out. And bring the knee into the nose. We're really now, again, working the core, but also warming up those hips. Knee into the nose. And one more time, up. And knee into the nose. And then bring that left foot down and pause. Take a break, meaning if you need to go into child's pose, that's cool. Okay, or come down to table, that's cool too. Okay, right leg goes up, knee into the nose. Inhale up, do it nice and slow. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring the knee up. Bring the right leg down. And pause into downward facing dog. So if your head is way over in front of your arms, see if you could maybe lift the sit bones up so that your ears kind of come closer to the inside of your arms. And take a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, so now you're ready, whether you're in tabletop or dog. We're going to get that left foot between our hands. So again, you can start from here in tabletop, bring the left foot around, or for those that would like to try, and please be careful, left leg up, step it between your hands. And you want to do it nice and gingerly, right? So, starting with a runner's lunge. Now, if this is too much with the right knee, too much, that's okay. Drop the right knee. For those of you that would like maybe, again, blocks or a chair nearby or something because you want to come up higher, that's cool too. And as a matter of fact, if you do have 2 blocks or something, please get it ready because we are going to come into pyramid, but let's not go there yet. Let's start with this nice runner's lunge, okay? So the left hip is back. You're feeling a nice strength in the front foot and the back foot, okay? Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. Okay, from runner's lunge or low lunge, we're going to come up into high lunge. So press that left foot really into the ground. Come on up to that left knee, okay, to get your balance. And then come on up to a high lunge. See, I needed to use the wall there. I gotta say, these high lunges are not exactly the easiest pose. I think they're kind of hard. If you want, you can keep your hands on your hips, but really, really, really reach up. All right. All right, rooting in, feeling the balance. Okay, bring your hands down to your hips, okay, and then just kind of step that back foot a little closer in. Your foot in pyramid, by the way, is kind of facing forward. Some of you may need to have it out a little bit. It depends upon how we're kind of working, but your feet are hip width distance apart. You're going to have a little micro bend in that left knee, okay? And inhale your arms up, and you're just going to fold forward. And again, this is why the blocks are kind of nice to have, or something nearby, so that you're not going to fall over. But you want to get a good kind of stretch in the back of that left leg. If your knee is hyperextended, and I think people know when they're super hyperextended, make sure you put a little micro bend, okay? And then you're moving that left hip back. taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, so bring your hands to your hips. Slowly, slowly, slowly come all the way up, and then step the right foot next to the left. And pause. All right. Phew. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. The crown of the head towards the floor. Okay, so we're going to come into runner's lunge on the other side. So the left foot comes back, right? So I would suggest moving the right foot out just a little bit to kind of get ready for it. And again, you can bring that left knee down and then situate yourself, because you know you're coming into a high lunge. And high lunges can't really, if your right foot is too much centered, I don't know if you can do it unless you're super, super, super balanced, but we're all built differently. So come into the high lunge and just hold it there. Maybe you're not using your blocks this time and you're going to be up on your fingertips. But notice if you're collapsing in that upper back. See if you can, again, elongate the spine, okay? Getting nice and rooted on both feet, because you know what's coming. So we're going to climb up into a high lunge, keeping the balance, right? And maybe lifting your arms up. You do not have to. If you need to hold on to something, that's all right too. Reaching up. Okay, now bring your hands back down to your hips and just move that left foot a little bit forward. It's kind of parallel to the sides of the mat, okay? Reach your arms up, and we're going to come into pyramid, fold forward. So again, you're hinging at the hips. You're not rounding back, making sure you're not hyperextending that right leg, moving that right hip back just a little bit, and just feel that excellent stretch all the way down the sides, right? All right, and then slowly, slowly come on back up. I always use my hands on my hips because it keeps me from rounding. It's kind of like that, it keeps you aware of where you're hinging at, because you're not hinging up here, you're hinging from the hips. Okay, bring the left foot next to the right. Maybe move the blocks aside for just a minute, okay? Okay, inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Okay, step back into dog. So just walk your feet back into downward dog and have your index finger and your thumbs really rooted down. And then kind of come all the way up on your toes and then back on your heels. Maybe getting a little extra stretch in the calves. And inhale up and then exhale down. Right. Okay. So again, we're going to come into that runner's lunge. Let's take that left foot. Okay. Left foot. If you need to come down into tabletop, left foot comes between the hands. Taking that nice runner's lunge, right? Holding it here. Watching that you're not rounding the back, left hip back. We're going to come up into that high lunge again. Okay, so climbing up that left knee. Too much fun, right? Reach the arms up. Okay, find your balance. You can totally stay here, or bring your hands into prayer. I'm going to give you a kind of option. We're going to do a twist. So twisting your upper body to the left. This might be enough. Some of you may want to take your right hand, bring it on the outside of the left knee, and you're pressing the hand into the knee. This might be really a great place to be too. Or you can take that right elbow and hook it on the outside of the left knee. Again, you're pressing, and really twisting that. right rib cage towards your inner thigh. Keep breathing. You can drop that right knee whenever you want. And then you're going to slowly, slowly come on back up. Reach your arms up. Exhale your hands down. Step that left foot back into downward facing dog. And breathe. And again, anytime you need a break, step into child's pose. It's cool. This is your practice. Nice big inhale, exhale. All right, right foot between those hands, however you want to do it. That's easy. But remember, you were working those abs, so you really want to work that. Okay, line it up. May want to move that right foot out a little bit to the right. Come on up into a nice high lunge, reaching your arms up, feeling nice and steady. Okay, and then bring your hands into prayer. You're going to twist to the right. So this time, the left hand might go on the outside of the right knee. Okay, that may be where you're at today. That's cool, okay? Or you may bring that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Right elbow goes up to the sky. Left rib cage goes towards the inner left thigh. And keep holding it, okay? And then slowly come on back up to the high lunge. Hey, all right. Bring your hands to your hips. And can you get that left foot next to the right? Excellent work, everybody. Come on up. Okay, inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, we're going to step the left foot out and go into warrior two. So left foot goes back. Now it comes into kind of a 45-degree angle. The front heel is kind of lining up with the back heel. Bending that right knee goes right over the right ankle. Okay, coming up into warrior two. And so just like we've been doing with our gut, okay, with our belly, is if you take your index finger and you press it, you're really pushing the right below your belly button, really rooting the abdomen, because although this is a leg type thing, you are using your core, okay? Okay, left hand goes to the left thigh. Reverse the warrior. Okay, this may look like the right. Notice if you're collapsing in, but you're keeping that right elbow is up towards the sky. Okay, you can look up if you want. Come on back to warrior two. Relax the shoulders down your back. Okay, right elbow. I always hate using this. It comes down to the thigh. It's really hovering over the thigh because, again, we're using the obliques here, okay? Using the core. Some people may put a block in the front or the back, and that's okay. Whatever works. And then maybe bring that arm up over, the top arm up over. All right, keep breathing. Stretching up, using the core, okay? And then slowly, slowly, slowly come on back up to the warrior two, keeping that right knee still bent. It's going over the front part of your foot. Okay, bring your hands to your hips. And then we'll just gently go around to the other side because you're already lined up, okay? So now you're going to bend. This is my left knee. Terry is rubbing my back foot, so I may slide back there because her tail's hitting it. All right, so the other knee is going right over the front part of your foot, okay? And even if you bring your hand on the outside of that knee and you press, 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 you can feel an opening of the thigh. Okay, bring your arms out. Okay, do the belly thing, okay? You're not holding your breath. You're just moving those muscles, those abdominal muscles in. And then the hand goes down, reverse the warrior, hold it there. Feel the rib cage really, really, really open up. Keeping that front knee bent. Come on back to warrior two. Okay, remember those shoulder blades go down your back. You can even bring your palms up to the sky. Down. And then bring the elbow down to your knee. Bring your arm up to the sky. Oh, I was getting a little lazy there. It's really easy to get lazy and kind of go, all right, I'm just going to hang out here. See if you can really use the core to keep that lower arm hovering, or you can hang it down and then do the press. If you want to with the upper arm, you can arch it over. If this is too much, just bring the hand to your hips. Just keep reaching. Don't forget to breathe, right? Come on, back up. Nice and slow. Warrior two, hold it there. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to your hips, lengthen the one knee, and then just heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Tadasana. It's kind of nice to get into the habit of that heel toe. Just a little added extra work with your ankles and kind of moving them. Okay. Coming into a tree pose. So come on up on your toes, back on your heels, up on your toes, back on your heels, getting nice and rooted. Okay, starting with, this is my right knee, it might be your left, lift it up. This might be enough. Probably one of the most important things is to find something that's not moving on the floor, okay? You can bring it out to the side, you can bring it to the calf, just not the knee, okay? You can bring it all the way up. Some people even like to cross it over, which I am too stiff today to do, and hold on to it. But wherever you're at, see if you can do a little bit of a balance. And we have been working those ankles. So feel the ankle, how it may be adjusting. And then the standing leg hip, right? You gotta move it in. You gotta work that. And you're using the whole left side of the core here to hold you up. Keep breathing. Maybe bring your arms up overhead. Bring your hands down to prayer. Relax the shoulders. Hold it one more second. Hands on your hips. Maybe even bring that knee forward. Wave to me with your foot. And then come on back down and pause. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Now it's time to fire up the other side of the body, okay? So start lifting the left knee up, or this might be your right. Bring it out to the side. Bring it to your calf. Wherever it works for you. Bring your hands into prayer. You want to usually do the same thing you did on the other side, just so it's nice and balanced. Don't forget to use that whole side, okay? You're focusing on that side to help you be nice and strong like a good tree, right? Maybe bring the arms up. Feel the intensity of the ankles. We need strong ankles too, don't we? But the foot is really solid in there. Bring your hands back down. Hands on your hips, knee forward, wave. Come on back down. Pause. Notice how you feel right now. Just this moment. Take a nice big inhale, maybe exhale out of your mouth. Great. Come on up to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly all the way back down. Crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Come on down to child's pose. So you come to tabletop. Bring your toes together, sit back on your heels and just rest. If you need to get a drink of water or anything like that, just relax. All right. All right. So come on down to your belly when you're ready. Slowly, slowly lower yourself down. Tops of the feet or to the floor, okay? We'll try something a little bit different. Bring your arms out into a cactus or a goalpost, okay? You can even come up on your fingertips a little bit. And notice when you press your fingertips up, you're using your collarbone, your chest to come up. And then exhale down. So try that. And you're going to have to experiment. I had my hands a little bit too far out. I like bringing them down by my chest, which I think is a more appropriate way so that your shoulders don't hike up by your ears. Inhale up, exhale down. Little baby cobras. Inhale up, exhale down. And you don't have to do your fingertips, by the way. Inhale up, exhale down. Even closer to your shoulders is better. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay. Now bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing up, and do the same thing. So inhale up, exhale down. And you're going to notice that you're using, obviously, your back muscles. Inhale up, exhale down. But you're really using like the obliques of the back, that transverse abdominis. Just working it a little bit. Exhale down. Okay, next time, maybe bring the legs into it. So lift the legs up and exhale down. Now you're getting the glutes going. Inhale up, shoulders down your back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then next time you're going to hold it. Inhale up, hold it. Really lifting up. Maybe lift the legs up a little bit higher. Shoulder blades go down the back. Don't forget to breathe. And then slowly come down. You can stack your hands, your palms one on top of the other. Rest your cheeks down. Bend your knees. And you can move side to side with the windshield wiper, just like we did at the beginning. Okay. And then bend your left knee, reach around, grab it. Stretching those quads, because goodness knows we used them. And you're pressing your foot into the hand. Okay? And then maybe you want to join the other one, or drop the left leg and do one at a time. Some of you may need to even roll over onto your sides in order to get that good stretch. Do what works to get a stretch that you're not hurting. And just hold yourself up, yes. And then come on back down and come back into child's pose. And breathe. Okay, we're going to do a nice, really quick flip around, okay? I call this the flip around pose, all right? So just like where we started at the beginning, soles of the feet are down on the ground. You got your hands behind your knees. You're sitting up, right? And remember how you were squeezing the block or the pillow? Feel that. Feel the glutes, the abs really working. Maybe let go of your hands so you can feel that, right? Maybe you'll come into boat. Same concept, right? So you're using this whole area. And again, if this doesn't work, maybe you'll do the little pulses so that you're feeling your abs really working. Holding up, making sure your shoulders don't come up by your ears. And then come on down. Okay, now we're going to roll. Again, the only time I talk about it, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Comes all the way down to the earth and pause. Taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, just let loose, right? You're on your back again. Okay, so bring your hands are down by your sides. Bring your legs up again like you're sitting. And we're just going to do a little tiny toe touch. So take your right toe, touch it down to the floor and bring it back up. And then the left toe and bring it back up. And very slowly do this, and you will notice possibly the lower belly is kind of working a little bit. Yeah, and just gingerly touch. You're just kind of like a little swoop down in that lower belly, moving side to side. Not forgetting to breathe. All right, and then one more time on round, and then when you're ready, just hug your knees into your chest. Oh my gosh, right? Maybe rock side to side a little bit. Okay. All right. Now bring the soles of your feet to the floor again. If you want it, we're going to come at the bridge. You can grab the sides of your mat, bring your shoulder blades down, really, really, really press your feet into the floor. Start moving your sit bones up to the sky, bringing your shoulder blades down towards the lower back. And notice if your knees are flaring out or flaring in, possibly by pressing your toes, especially that big toe into the earth, will keep it nice and even and balanced. Some of you may be even able to clasp your hands underneath your sit bones. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, from the top vertebrae all the way down, lower yourself all the way back down. Okay, bring your arms out to a T. And drop your knees to the left, keeping your shoulders on the ground. And just hold it there for a minute, getting a good stretch. And then bring your knees back up and go to the other side. And just feel everything just release along your sides, especially the core, because we were really working that today. And then when you're ready, bring your knees back up, bring your knees into your chest, maybe bring your forehead up for a moment for a really good squeeze, right? And then slowly lower your feet back down, stretch your legs out, let them just flop open, hands open up. And then just for a moment, remember back to the beginning of class where you were checking in with yourself. Notice if there's anything different right now. And not to dwell on the beginning of the class, but come back to the present, the right here, right now, as you're closing your eyes. And you're letting your body just completely relax after doing some incredible work. And see if you can get to that relaxation part of your brain and your whole nervous system. And a good way of doing that is just focusing on your breath. You can certainly stay here for as long as you want. Or you can start rolling your wrists and your ankles around one direction. You can roll them around in the other direction. And when you're ready, just roll over onto a side. And just stay there for a moment. And again, feel that nice, soft, comfortable feeling. And when you're ready, come on up to a seated position. Elongate your spine. Maybe drop your chin a little bit. Bring your hands into prayer. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Maybe inhale some compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining.